Welcome to this YouTube where we are going to talk all about art of letter writing and the importance of it and where we would like it to go. If you like this, please do so and subscribe below. Let's get back in. In this video, we're going to touch on letter writing. Well, we all know what letters are, but we wanted to talk a bit more about the importance of letter writing because we see the importance of letter writing to you who enjoy our seals, but we have seen a resurgence in letter writing as a whole, as opposed to writing emails, texts, WhatsApps. The importance of letter writing seems to be all linked around the subject of emotion. And let's not underestimate the importance of emotion when it comes to telling somebody how you feel. I think that letter writing is becoming more popular again because rather than just receiving yet another email or the deadly scrolling, you are in fact receiving something that was considered and has been written for you in particular, and it's something which can be kept. It can be kept, it can be felt, it's tangible, it's something which you can revisit. So what I want to do in this video is talk a bit more about where we think it's going, or rather where we would like it to go perhaps, when we're talking about our seals, but also just touching a bit about the history of it, because it's a side that we find that the younger generation know nothing about at all. So we all appreciate perhaps the need for seals in the past. Just touching on that, seals were used from Anglo-Saxon times as a way of putting a mark onto an object. This was done far earlier than this in the East, but in this country it started, say, around 1100, for sake of argument. From that time it was possible to leave your mark on a document. And in time, as we know, it happened in wax. Wax was a subject which was readily available and it was permanent in the sense that it was able to be attached to documents and was able to declare one's authority. So we have wax seals that are included on documents which added authority. And the whole point of wax seals was to add authority to a document, whether that be in the form of a large seal like this, which would have been to do with a royal charter or for ecclesiastical purposes, or whether it was done for personal means like a signet ring. But more commonly, we would be used to seeing a desk seal like this, which would, this one is for the tallow chandlers, and this would be a sign that the tallow chandlers approved of that particular document. Whilst the use of seals to do such things today is become more and more obsolete, we appreciate the fact that these seals are not just functional, but they're also beautiful items. And so we take letters received, as this one has been sent to us by a very kind customer of ours. They bought this seal and they have affixed the seal onto the back of their letter to us. The armorial is not theirs, it wasn't ours, but nevertheless it's a beautiful object, and we appreciate the fact that somebody took time and bothered to put something down on paper for that particular occasion. I can see that this is going to become a future trend as we've become more and more appreciative of the more raw version of things, whether it's a vinyl record or a cassette, whether it's a mechanical watch versus a quartz, anything which adds rawness to the experience. It's the experience, I think, that's going to become important. The more accessible communication is electronically, I think on the flip side, the more that this is going to become bigger and bigger and more important to our own lives. So letter writing on lovely paper, written with ink, it shows that that person has considered what it is they want to say to you. It's something that can be held and can be appreciated for many years. We like the fact that one can attach a seal onto the back of the item as well. Not only because we appreciate seals, but because it is it's another process which involves heat, it involves time and commitment. And so we like to think that this idea of writing letters, whether it be to whether it's officially or whether it's just to say hello to a friend, is going to become more and more important. On the subject of letter writing, I must just go and show you what is important to us also in terms of actually writing. You may have seen these before, I've pulled these out before, but I just love these. These are Georgian feathers that have been cut to be used for writing. At the time, this would have been the height of technology. So one would have used the travelling inkwell, one would have used your quill, and you would then write your letter. I don't think we're going to go back to quite that sort of extreme. But I also do see the value in items, modern items, which hark back to this concept of showing intention and showing some sort of interaction with paper. So fountain pens. There are a lot of customers, I know, a lot of customers of ours and a lot of friends of the site here who use fountain pens because it shows an individuality which you don't get with typing with a keyboard. Handwriting, if you're not used to it, I tell you, you lose it or you use it. And by practicing your handwriting, it does get better. I mean, I've experienced this myself. If I don't write anything by hand for several weeks, I get to hold a fountain pen again, and I'm like a child using a pen for the first time. But the more you use letter handwriting, the better the handwriting gets. So now I try to write with a fountain pen as often as I can, not just because I'm embarrassed by my writing, but because I know that when receiving a letter which has been handwritten with a fountain pen, the individual character comes out in the way that they write. The way that we write also is different when we handwrite. Writing a text on WhatsApp does not display the same sort of context that you would when you're considering writing on a letter. So I would encourage you to put pen to paper, send a letter, send a postcard, send whatever you like, but practice writing as well. And let's take this as far as we can. If you've enjoyed this video, please like it, please subscribe to the channel, and we look forward to seeing you again soon.